Hi everyone and welcome to my presentation. For the next few minutes, I'll be talking on my proposed study research topic, that is the impact of open cast mining activities on the quality and availability of water in Bowen Basin in Queensland. To begin with, let me give you the brief introduction of my proposed study and the proposed study area. Coal mining in Australia is one of the leading industries and contributes to about 15% of GDP. And as you can see from the pie chart illustrated, the Wang and his team has conducted a study in 2018 and came up with a report that 63% of the black coal produced in Australia is from Queensland. And this is the very reason why I have chosen the Bowen Basin in Queensland as my proposed study area. Similarly, another study was conducted by Wright and his group in 2017, and they have made a prediction that during the year 2018 and 19, the availability of water in southeast Queensland will decline to 22% less than the previous year, that is 2016 and 17. So with this scientific report and or evidence on our hand, we can argue that the extensive open cast coal mining could have some significant impacts on both the availability and quality of groundwater. The proposed study will be guided by two important aims. First one is to determine any specific environmental effects with regard to uh, the water quality and availability, both surface and groundwater, due to the open cast coal mining activities. And second one is to explore and understand how the open cast coal mining activities influence or affects the underground water quality and availability. There are three important research questions that the proposed study will be addressing. First one is to understand what are the impacts on quality and the availability of groundwater within the close vicinity of the coal mines in the Bowen Basin and also in Queensland in general. Second one is to determine what are the impacts on both the quality and availability of surface water and the drainage of water river networks or is downstream from the open cast Bowen open cast coal mining areas. Third one is regarding the environmental policies uh, existing in the proposed study area that is in Queensland. The effort will be made to explore what are the existing environmental legislations regarding the open cast coal mining activities in Queensland. To give you the brief background, every mining activities in Queensland is based on the Nature and Conservation Act of 1992. The Bowen Basin in Queensland region is identified for this proposed study. And to come out with the report, some of the data will be collected from the Bowen Basin and the case studies, which has been conducted within the time period of 10 years, will be referred to. And this also includes some of the case studies regarding the water quality and availability impacted by the open cast coal mining operations. Three research methods has been adopted for the proposed study. First one is a research approach. The case studies that has been conducted in at least 3 mine sites in Bowen Basin will be referred, and then quantitative data on the ground and surface water from at least 3 mining sites in Bowen Basin and from within the 3 other neighboring sites in Queensland will be explored and studied. Under the sampling, data from at least 3 mine sites, 3 years before the mining activities and post-mining activities will be monitored and studied. Sampling of ground and surface water levels and quality parameters like the pH, water pH, sulfate and phosphorus content will be studied from the network of water bodies not impacted by the open cast coal mining activities. And the last one is similar to the second sampling method, but the sampling of the ground and surface water quality and quality parameters and levels will be studied in the areas which are being impacted by the open cast mining activities. So the second one is from the areas which has been not impacted by the coal mining activities, and last one is from the area which has been affected by the open cast coal mining activities. Coming to the analysis part, data analysis will be done by regression between the affected and non-affected mining sites and between the affected sites for water levels and water quality parameters. In this proposed research study, some of the primary resources has been used. Hence, the proper consent will be obtained from the individuals and from appropriate and relevant agencies and organizations. And for the secondary data that has been used will be properly cited in the reference, and the resources or the sources of the information will be acknowledged. These are the 3 main key projected outcomes of my proposed study. First one is there has been a gradual increase in the open cast coal mining activities in the proposed area and in Queensland in general over time. Coal mining, the open cast coal mining has affected and led to the reduced water quality and availability, both surface and groundwater, in the study area and in Queensland in general. Australia remains as one of the largest coal producers in the world and is also the exporters, one of the biggest exporters of coal in the world. About 6 major activities has been incorporated in my proposed study, and all these activities will be commenced and completed within the time period of 9 weeks. This is the proposed budget outline for my study, and the research activities has been categorized into 3 main types. First one is research, resources, and assets. Activities like procuring of books, buying of journals, and printing of forms to conduct the survey in the field all are included under this activity. And for this purpose, we have allocated the budget of 250 Australian dollar. And next one is transportation costs. If we have to go to the field to collect the data, make the empirical field observation. So for this activity, we have proposed the budget of 500 Australian dollar. And last one is the procuring of relevant equipment to collect the data in the field or used by the data collectors or researchers in the field. So for this purpose, we have estimated a budget of 700 Australian dollar. Hence, the total budget of 1,450 Australian dollar has been proposed for the commencement of this proposed project study. These were the important outlines of my proposed study. And thank you so much for your kind attention and for your time.